Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in early. We are here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Fort Worth 250, the last in the DriveThrough Sim Series Chaseoffs round of 12. After this race, the final four will be set. We have only one more race in the season. Joining me in just a moment will be the wonderful Jacob Hitz.
I'm here.
Oh, you showed up. That's nice.
I am here. I was just sitting here waiting. Hi.
Jacob Hitz from ORL coming to commentate yet again. We had a cracker of a race at Pocono. I'm sure you enjoyed that. And I think we're in for a show here at Texas.
Yes.
So pre-qualifying underway now. Just about 7 minutes left as these drivers are getting used to, well, we're back on the 1.5 milers. We've got 15 drivers fighting for 7 transfer positions. It's, I guess, a normal pre-qualifying session for the DriveThrough Sim Series.
I would suppose so. I can figure out. Okay. It is a lovely negative look here. It's just all pixels.
Oh, is it not? Oh.
It is. It's rough to say the least.
That's interesting.
Kind of like, oh, okay, cool. But
why can't I change this option? Oh, I got you.
great question.
There you go.
Hey, there it is. Oh my.
Is it loud? I can turn it down if it's loud.
No, it's fine. It was just, it started running at about 2 FPS.
It's good now.
Now it's running at a solid 10. It's great.
Is it that
It's
bad?
fine. Okay, I think it's just taking a while to warm up. Maybe, I don't know, but it's fine.
It's okay. It's just pre-qualifying.
Yeah.
VGO3, top of the board right now, put the 82 up with a 28.962. A couple hundredths faster than to AFK Master in the 23. So he's throwing some new tires under that car.
I'm glad you can read that leaderboard.
Can you actually know it?
The time remaining is just a white smudge on the top of my screen. This looks so weird.
Why is it doing that?
I hope the stream doesn't look like that. It shouldn't.
The stream looks great. I have no drop frames. Everything's doing well.
What the heck? Discord. Wake.
Yeah, I don't know why. It looks good now, right? Now it looks great.
Yes. Kinda. Sorta.
But it's
I
legible.
can at least read. I can read things now, yes. That's all that's important. If I can read, we're good.
A little bit framey, but that's okay.
Yeah. It's still, I can still read.
Big news this week. Luke Takanori making his debut in the DriveThrough Sim Series. The, I think, 5th driver to attempt to start in the 91 car.
Oh, wow. I'll just wait until we get to that point. Oh, okay. It's back to potatoes.
Interesting.
I have, like, nothing else on the internet, right? That's open. It's not me just sucking my internet down.
Wouldn't think so. Yeah, after this session, I'll give Discord a little redo. We'll see how we go from there. Until then, I guess I'll do the leaderboard stuff.
Nothing over here, minus the fact that, 2 notifications. DriveThrough has started a Sim Series.
Got a couple of new paint schemes this week. Carter Friesen in 33 with sponsorship from Speedco, but it's parked it on a bit of an angle in the pit box. I guess they're still
it's fine.
working on that car. The 08 Emmett Lashbrook with Iron Man on the car for the first... No, actually, they were on the car for Darlington in the throwback, but now they've got their own primary scheme. One of the few remaining cars with the quarter panel numbers. So 3 minutes left in the session. VGO3 still on top to AFK Master in second, and that NR 2003 guy in the 06 sitting in third. You know, that 06 has had a promising second half of the season.
Yeah.
Picked
Kind
up
of like
a
Cleveland Browns did.
picked up a win in the I think the first of the Chaseoff races, and currently sitting in the third transfer position. In fourth right now, Baldumati in the 37. And then Janza sitting in fifth. Jared Preston plays YT. Back in the 14 this week. He's in sixth place. And currently on the bubble, only by 3 thousandths of a second, is the 16 of DS Gaming.
That's tough.
Well, he's got 2 minutes to improve on his time. On the outside looking in right now, 59 of Gatlin Downey, the 33 of Carter Friesen, and the 39 of Skull and Bones.
Really hope Skull and Bones makes a show.
Takanori not looking too hot in his first start right now, sitting 13th out of 15 cars, but he still has a bit of time left. You know, it's tough to jump in the second last race of the season. I'd say a lot of these drivers, especially the Chaseoff drivers, are, I mean, at the peak of their game right now.
Definitely.
It's the 14 and the 51 both coming in. They're probably going to throw some new tires on.
Be a good idea. They'll probably have only one more shot to get another lap in here before we hit the end of the session.
Anthony Plays asks, can commentators be biased? It sounds like yes.
I mean, they can be. Don't have to be, but they can be.
We've got Howard O'Hara in the chat. It's a party. Less than a minute left in the session. DS Gaming trying to find some space here. The 37 of Baldumati pulling into the pits. And Carter Friesen has jumped up to 5th place with a 29.077. That's going to knock out DS Gaming. So he's going to fall to 8th, just outside our 7 transfer positions. 30 seconds left. He's got to get it together right now. I think he'll be able to come around and then have one more shot.
Yeah, this has got to be his lap right here. He wants to try to make it to the next round.
And no, he's pulling in. 16's done.
Yeah.
DS Gaming will not qualify. So the time has expired. These drivers will get a chance to finish their current laps. As of right now, VGO3 to AFK Master, that 2003 guy, Baldumati, Carter Friesen, Janza, and JR Preston Plays YT are the 7 transferring cars. And as time expires, pre-qualifying is complete. And we'll move these 7 drivers into the main roster for our big 42-car qualifying session.
Yeah.
We're going to have all these cars on track at the same time. Probably going to be fighting over track space. Should be fun. I'm going to go ahead and give Discord a restart because it's illegible. Yeah. See what that does. Bye, Jacob.
Yep.
While that's restarting, I guess we can move these guys into our main roster. Race number 15 of 16. We're approaching the end of the season already. Can you believe it?
Yeah, seriously. It seems like just a week or so ago we did Pocono together.
Okay, so moving in to the main event. VGO3 in the 82. Had a pretty quiet season, but a good pre-qualifying run from that car. To AFK Master, going to be making the race as well. A little bit of drama surrounding the Daytona mini duels, the pre-qualifying duels. Might have a bit of a target on his back. That's all I can say. That in 2003 guy in the 06. Baldumati in the 37. And then Carter Friesen in that sweet new paint scheme. And then we got Janza and Jer Preston plays YT.
All right. I think it's my turn. I'm going to restart Discord. Let's see what happens.
I'm going to swap regions, actually, and see if that...
Central. Oh, it already looks better.
Yeah, but it looked good at first and then got bad.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Well, it's actually okay.
Let's see how long this lasts. We'll go from there.
Good thing to get all these gremlins out of the way early on. So 28.962, the fastest pre-qualifying time. Let's get the main session underway and see how quick some of these guys are. Hart O'Hara has earned himself a chat timeout.
Already? My goodness.
Unsurprising.
Only like 10 minutes into the stream. What do you do now?
First cars pulling out on track. The 13 of Mike PMC and the throwback 48 of Spitfire. He liked his Darlington throwback so much that he's going to use it as his primary for the rest of the season, and I don't blame him. That is a good-looking car. I think we got the quality issues sorted out.
I think so. I don't care if it runs like crap. I just need to be able to see. So
that's good. Is the Discord
as
server
long as I can read the
a...
standings, I've got the list right next to me. We're living.
We good.
We got this.
So let's see. Still nobody has set a complete lap. We got 8.5 minutes left. I guess these guys are just starting. Oh, no, they're finishing their first time laps. So Baldamati quickly on top of the 46-1. Well, I'm sure he'll be quickly knocked down off his throne. Wonder if any of the groups here will be able to work together in qualifying like we've seen a little bit in the past, particularly in Pocono.
Pocono's qualifying was really wild because everybody was able to work together, and that really helped push people into the show, and then up towards the front.
And you can see Michael Deitch, who was, I mean, he had the draft from both of these guys and was catching up to them. In doing so, set a 28.948. Now he's encountering a bit of a roadblock here. So you've got Rusty in the 55 and Weak Boy in the 29, sort of side by side here. F1 Fan goes into second place with a 29.106. The quality did the thing again.
Yeah, it did.
But I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That was me messing with it. Michael Deitch is really fast here.
Oh.
He's going to the bottom 3 wide with the 55 and the 29.
Is it snow?
I mean, it is snowing very hard here, but my stream has had no problems.
Yeah, because I'm watching the stream and it's perfectly fine. It's snowing here.
44 on top of the timesheets.
Hey!
Let's find him on track. My fellow Canadian. There he is. Kumon Cup Series. And I think it was in the draft of this group again. Now Michael Deitch with no drafting help with a 28.802.
Wow. No drafting help. That's pretty impressive.
That 57 is looking like the car to beat here. And the thing did the thing again.
Discord. Let's try this again.
Yeah, you try that. Having a few technical difficulties with the booth over here. Just trying to get our screen up. But Michael Deitch, unbelievably fast. Oh, Pure in the 61 up into second place. And we know Pure, he's already checked into the Final 4 at Homestead, so maybe a power move, if anything. Let's try to find him on track here. Let me just... There he is. Where is he? What? He might have had a bit of drafting help. So Michael Deitch still on pole. Provisional pole, of course. We still have over 5 minutes left in this qualifying session. Okay, I'm going to try to region swap and then... Let's try south. Sure, why not?
Wouldn't make any sense since we're both east. Well, we're at least both north, but...
So let's take a look at where our chase-off drivers are. F1 Fan 2751, who's currently 1 point below the cut line, sitting in 15th place right now. The 55 of Rusty Fighter sitting in 18th. I think that 55 is in a must-win situation if he wants to fight for the championship at Homestead. The only driver, the only chase-off driver who can have a bit of a breather here is the 61 of Pure.
Yeah.
As he won last week in Martinsville and is guaranteed his spot. The 98 of Asteroid Strike 9. Currently 1 point above the cut line, but he'll need to put in a good performance today.
Definitely.
The 8 of KHPO1, 7 points below the cut line. Definitely has a shot at it, but he's going to have to work hard.
Yeah.
Xander M in the 01 he's had such a terrible chase-offs. I mean, he won 2 races. Yes, he got a big penalty, but he was decently high up in the chase-off standings, and 2 races in a row has had the worst luck. He is 84 points below the cut line and definitely in a must-win position, but he's done it twice already. If there's anyone who's going to do it a third time, I think it'll be him.
When we hit Pocono, he rose to the occasion. Got to win there. I'll see if we can do it again here today.
Right behind him, What Incarnation in the 24, 71 points above the cut line. Apart from Pure, probably the most comfortable driver to make his spot in the Final Four. As long as he doesn't get wrecked out early, I think it'll be a pretty simple job for the 24. 6 of McSpookboy, 56 points below the cut line. He's definitely going to have to win it today if he wants a chance at the championship.
Yeah.
Luke Rainey in the 2, such a strong start to the season, and he's had an okay chase-off. 7 points above the cut line. I think just a clean race. He's just got to keep his nose clean today. Chase the Coyote in the 7, 25 points below the cut line. It's going to take a lot to get him into the Final Four, but remember, this 7 team has done 2 less races than everybody else in the field, and he's gotten as far up into the points as he has on merit. And as long as he can perform as well today, well, he has to perform well, and other people have to perform badly. It'll be interesting to watch as the day progresses. And I think that is all of our chase-off drivers. No, 60, Savage Toy Show. 28 points below. He's going to have to win it. As is the 85, who we missed somewhere on track. Hello, I'm you. I guess because he's pulling out on track right now. Also going to have to win it if he wants a shot at the Final Four. Whoa, careful. Pulling up right in front of the 37 of Baldemati. 1.5 minutes left in the session. 57 of Michael Deitch still on pole. At 28.802, untouchable at the top.
Oh.
I switched it.
Oh, okay. I was in here, like, turning things off from running and stopping them from running. I thought that might have fixed it, so.
We've got a few more drivers pulling out of the pits now. Getting some new tires on. They're going to have another shot here. Well, probably only 1 or 2 laps. Got less than a minute left.
Yeah.
Wow, the grandstands are packed here at Texas Motor Speedway. DriveThrough Sim Series is really, really growing in fans. Wow.
Yeah, something we don't see for NASCAR anymore, so great to see how many fans are here today.
And as time will expire, drivers will get one more shot to move themselves up the order, but I think at this point the lap times haven't really been dropping for a little bit. So apparently, I'm looking up online how to fix this issue. Why does the quality keep dropping? I don't know if there's any like...
Okay,
oh wait,
fired up here.
it looks better now, doesn't it?
Switch at a time,
It does look better. Okay. Interesting. I'm half trying to stream here, half troubleshooting Discord, which is dumping my quality for some reason. Even though the stream, for once, has been perfect. Anyways, qualifying order is set. So now we're going to take that little 5-minute break where we go through and manually set the order. Bit of a pain, yes, but worth it, I think. So what did you change? Because it's working now.
I went into Task Manager and closed a couple of things, and I did that 3 minutes ago. So I thought that everything that I did really didn't do anything. I shut down Chrome because that was being a pain. But
interesting. Well, it looks good now, but just in time for a little break where I'd set the order for a little while.
Well, that's nice that we got it figured out now and not an hour and a half later.
It's true. So we're going to crack open the save game editor. Oh, geez, I have a lot of save games. And then import our qualifying results.
I can follow along here. I need text document. Open.
So Michael Deitch on pole.
Drag that.
Pure starting in second.
Oy, that did not work.
Okay, Kumon Cup Series. Benpai 1024. As I squint on this tiny little screen, this little window that I can't change the size of, I can't find the number 20. What?
Oh my gosh.
There it is. Okay. Benpai. La Flynn Zone. The quality's good now, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, what's not fine?
Oh, wait, I'm stupid. Duh.
Correct. La Flynn Zone 5th, Fireball 398 6th. Then it's the big one in 7th. Asteroid Strike 9 actually got a pretty decent lap in. Sitting in 8th.
Let's 12.
So looking good so far for the 98.
Beautiful. Okay.
That Enter 2003 guy in 9th, and then KHP01 rounds out the top 10. So, unlike Martinsville, a lot of these Chaseoffs drivers did pretty good qualifying runs here.
All right. Can you tell me which drivers were eliminated from the first session again?
What? What are you going to do with them?
Okay, so I copied the spreadsheet and I put it into a Word document, and I have everything there, and it's just too big to fit everything in one page. So if I get rid of the people that didn't make it,
Skull and Bones
everything
definitely
will
didn't
fit
make
on
it. He's pointing it out in chat.
Yeah. I know. I already removed him. I knew he didn't make it.
The 91 didn't make it. The 51 didn't make it. The 08 did not make it.
51. 08. Did Carter make it?
He did.
Okay.
So Rusty Fighter. Sorry, there's actually a collection of Chaseoffs drivers here. F1 Fan is 16th. Spook Boy is 18th. Rusty Fighter 19th. Hello I'm You 20th. So we could see some midfield aggression here.
Definitely. That'll be fun to watch. The competition all the way in the back or mid-pack for these Chaseoff drivers. It's going to be an entertaining show, I think.
I like these cutoff races. I mean, if you saw Darlington, you guys watch, you know how crazy that got in the end with points calculations and just sudden events changing the face of the Chaseoffs. And with only 4 drivers who can fight for the championship next week, I don't know if I can do all the math. There's so many drivers with a chance here. But of course, if any of these Chaseoff drivers win this race, they're going to be guaranteed a spot to fight alongside Pure and 2 other drivers. Okay, Hunter B 26th, Jake 24 behind him, and then it's Baldumati, Chase the Coyote. Why did you make a Word document? I'm so confused.
Because if I open Google Chrome, it was probably going to lag the Discord again. So
I don't think it makes that big of a difference.
I mean, it was looking at the memory,
wouldn't that be on my end, though?
Well, you would think, but I don't know. I'm just... We're living, it's fine.
Why don't you just take a screenshot?
Well, I tried, but not everything would fit on one.
You can
screen,
zoom out
so
in Google Sheets.
Well...
Never mind, we're getting too into this. Mike PMC 36, DNP 10. Xander M, not a great qualifying session, 38th. And he's at the bottom of the Chaseoffs order, so, I mean, he is really going to have to work hard if he wants to make the Final 4.
Yeah, he's going to need...
Luke Rainey, 40th. But I guess, I mean, he's already won from 42nd on the grid, so I'm not as worried about him. Okay, the grid is set. Which means we are ready for the main event. So we're going to jump through happy hour and try to skip on over as close as we can to the command.
Here we go.
All right. Drivers are lined up in pit lane. It's time for the most famous words in motorsport.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
All right, boys. Pace and rhythm all day today. Driver's compartment, crew chief, pit crew. Pace and rhythm all day. That's all we need.
Drivers getting awfully close together coming off of the pits here.
No, it's fine. Everything's great.
And they're going to climb onto the banking in turns 1 and 2 here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Mm-hmm.
The second last race of the season. And then, it gets even better. The silly season starts and with all the team action, driver changes, new people coming in, some people retiring even.
Yeah.
It's going to get interesting.
Knock it off, Discord. Come on. Knock it off.
I think it's a me thing. It's weird. Can you still... Yeah, you can read. That's fine.
I can read kind of. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
As long as you can see the sponsors.
Oh, look at that car. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can read the numbers.
Not anymore. It changed again. It got worse.
Did it?
It's fine.
I'll go central.
We'll make it work.
So as the field comes out of turn 4, the Chevrolet Camaro pace car pulls into the pits. Michael Deitch will lead the field. Green flag here at Texas. And a great launch from Michael Deitch, immediately pulling away from the 61 and everybody else.
Yeah, that outside line can sometimes be slick here. So restarts could very well be treacherous, even though those will be single file for the lead lap cars at least.
Well, I'm sure if we get some damaged cars, we'll definitely see some double file craziness. But for now, the top 2 clear the rest of the field. Kumon Cup Series looking to clear the 20 coming out of turn 4. Looks like the bottom side immediately having that advantage. With these fresh tires sticking on the bottom should be pretty easy. Most of the field double file still. So we start lap 2. Pure in the 61, just about half a car length behind the 57, but I mean, this is...
Looks like he had a little bit of runoff too there. But
and he's looking to the inside. For turn 3, it's almost a show run for Pure. He's already guaranteed a spot in the Final Four, but he's not holding anything back, is he? But Michael Deitch gets the run out of the corner. They're still going to be side by side across the line.
Trying to get that draft off Kumon Cup Series to turn 1.
And Kumon Cup Series is going to try and follow him through the bottom.
Going to get close to clearing him here off the 2, and he does.
And Pure early into the lead of the race. And if he wins this, he can maybe prevent other chase-off drivers from winning their way into Homestead.
That'd make his life really, really easy.
So Michael Deitch falls to second, Kumon Cup Series third, but Benpai 1024 trying to work the outside of the 44, coming through 1 and 2. And he's got the run out of the corner. This might just work out.
We'll see what happens here in turn 3.
Oh, they're going to put 3 wide by Fireball. Sticking the 9 way down the inside. I think LaFlinzo's going to try and follow him as well.
8 behind him. He makes it through.
Right when it looked like that move was going to work out for Benpai, he has lost 3 spots at least, because now he's got Priya McShane coming on the bottom.
5, he's, yeah. He's going to get freight train here in a minute with how many cars are there on the bottom. 53, 42.
And then Adrian Fitzy, Carter Friesen. Yeah, absolutely hung up to dry now. So let's see where the chase-off drivers are. 55 of Rusty Fighter. He's working his way up here.
Yeah.
Right now into 11th. And, well, he's probably going to follow this train underneath Benpai and get himself into the top 10. See, pretty close behind him, the 84 of F1 Fan and the 98 of Asteroid Strike. And for these two, this race is so important. They're separated by 1 point, and they're both just above and just below the cut line. So F1 Fan coming into this race 1 point behind the 98 team.
Yeah, they're going to be keeping an eye on each other all day long.
Midlife goes to the bottom.
Spot's going to be the difference between making it to the Final Four next week and being on the outside looking in at the end of this race.
And right now, it looks like F1 Fan has the speed. We saw him pass the 98, and Asteroid Strike has now lost a couple more spots. The big one being put on the outside here, squeezed with the 06 in the wall! The 06 is around. No caution! Caution flag is out. Xander M was in the grass a little bit as these guys were checking up for the caution flag. I can't believe that Aaron 2003 guy is still rolling forwards. He was spun all the way around.
Spun it, hit the wall, did a 360, and he's still going. Are we sure we're under caution? Because they are not acting like it.
The pace car is definitely out. They're single file now.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
I think the leader still had to race back around. So
yeah, my goodness.
let's go back and take a
That
look.
got eventful.
See what happened with that NO 2003 guy. This is only on lap, I guess, the end of lap 7. You see the big one's being put 3 wide in front of them. Midlife throws it down on the bottom. And then I think that NO 2003 guy tries to go through the middle.
Tried to fit his car in a hole that wasn't there, and the big one just has nowhere to go. Turns him.
He just spun right around and kept going. It's impressive
Blue and yellow
stuff.
car there that almost hit NR 2003 guy. Can't tell the number on it. Oh,
Right there? Yeah, that'll be the 3 of NASCAR ever. And then afterwards, the 01 of Xander M, I guess he's checking up. The 23's checking up a lot. And DNP just gets into the corner there. That could have been disastrous.
he almost got turned. If he would have hit that wall head on, he would have been back up into traffic. That would have been the big one right there. That would have destroyed a lot of championship hopes if he came back up and took out enough cars.
So 8 laps into the race. Are we going to see these guys maybe make some early pit stops? We might see some early adjustments here. And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, here they come.
Everybody is coming in. So Pure is going to lead the field. I don't think anybody's staying out. Yep, the whole field is going to snake in here.
Yeah. You know, definitely NR 2003 guy will come down pit road, and we knew that the big one would probably come down on pit road because he had side damage from hitting the wall. But
So let's see what the call is. Looks like everyone's going to take right sides at least. 4 tires for the 55, the 83. Yeah, it looks like 4 tires for the whole field. So who's going to win the race out of the pits? Here comes Pure. He holds the lead.
Pure.
Michael
Then the
Deitch is stuck in the box a little bit. Now he gets out.
Fireball got out there. And Michael Deitch lost a lot of spots on pit road. I have to make a lot of that up.
Xander M, we're talking about how low he qualified, but he's actually worked his way through a good amount of the field here.
Yeah, he was close to mid-pack there when he almost got turned. He was right around NR 2003 guy, which was top 10, top 15, top 20.
And right behind Chase the Coyote right now. We won't see the order until they come back around, but he's in the top half of the field for sure. So that
He definitely has a good car now.
looks like they got most of the damage fixed on the 06 of the Iron 2003 guy. The only other car I was worried about damage was the 53 because he got squeezed into the wall. And it looks like they've done a decent job of cleaning that car up, and he isn't even the last one out of the pits. So I'm going to give you a few more seconds of pixels here. Let's see where Xander M. He's in 19th right now. So he's made his way into the top half, right behind Chase the Coyote. Asteroid Strike is 15th. F1 Fan is 13th. And Rusty Fighter into the top 10. He's sitting in 7th. So Rusty currently doing the best out of our must-win drivers.
Yeah.
7th
But he's
place.
got to get Pure out of that lead. If Pure stays up front, it's not going to help these guys in the back that need an excellent day. If Pure stays up there for too long, it's going to take away the chance for a lot of these guys to make it.
Well, we know the 55 is definitely going to be aggressive if it comes down to it. I mean, this is his whole season coming down to this race. And the 14 of Jared Preston Plays YT is a lap down. In fact, I don't even see him on track right now. Oh, he's midway through the field. And at some point, that team lost a lap.
That's interesting. We need to look into that one.
But it's still single file. Even though the lights are off and they have the one to go. So some sort of problems involving the 14 car. I'm assuming an unscheduled pit stop.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we've seen a lot of tire issues and just general problems that have caused some cars to pit unexpectedly.
Yeah.
But we're going to get the green flag this time by. The lights are out on the Chevrolet Camaro pace car. Coming around the back stretch now. Single file should be a little bit less chaotic, right?
Only one way to find out.
Nick Sant, you're wrong. The lights are off. It has this texture flash. Don't worry about it. So let's see. Fireball has been really aggressive, putting himself in a second place. Can he get by Pure? Let's find out. For lap 13 of 167, green flag back into the air. Pure gets a great start, but Priya McShane in the 42 jumping to the outside. Looks like she wants to immediately work her way into second, but I don't know if the top is the best place to be right now. Everyone's got fresh tires again.
You just can't drive it too hard in there, otherwise you'll lose grip, go up, hit the wall, take a couple of guys with you if you're on the bottom.
So Kumon Cup Series working the bottom of Priya McShane. Although they're looking pretty even through 3 and 4 here. Although the 44 gets a much better exit.
Yeah.
Looking to move himself back into third place. And followed by the 38 of LaFlynn Zone. With a pretty good run. And you can see Pure in the 61 already pulling away from the rest of the field.
Yeah. He's up in the races. He's in his own area code right now.
And you can see that N2003 guy is falling off the back already. That car's damaged.
Yeah.
Priya McShane can't get back in line. Gonna lose some more spots. Here comes Michael Deitch and Rusty Fighter as well. Maybe even Adria Fitzy. Yeah, the 53 is also dropped back. So is the 14. What incarnation.
That 14 there.
Sitting in 40th place right now. Luke Rainey in 37th. So both of those guys not doing too well. Carnation, who's 71 points above the cut line, just needs a decent race. And so far, that's not what he's getting.
Yeah, he's going to need to improve that position. Looks like Kumon's getting passed by a couple people.
Although he's finding a little bit of speed up top here.
Yeah. I just think the more he hangs up there, the more he's going to fall behind.
And the 57
saw how
of
well
Michael.
the outside line worked for Priya, and it really didn't. So
That's true. It looks like they get a good run out of 2, but everywhere else, just not quite as fast. Michael Deitch looking at the bottom of LaFlynn Zone. This is for third place. And here he comes. Rusty Fighter just sort of following everybody making these moves on the bottom. And now into the top 5.
yeah,
So this must-win scenario is looking more and more plausible. As Rusty's just sort of... He's taking it easy. He's not making any really aggressive moves. He's just been following the 57. And picking them off one by one.
yeah. Wouldn't that be something for him? For him to get a win here, lock himself in.
Well, he's going to have to answer to Pure, who's already over half a second ahead of second place Fireball.
Pure is going to be a pain in everybody's side that's in the chase-offs here. Because the last thing they want to see is for him to go into the final race of the season with a ton of momentum. And he's building a lot of momentum by dominating this race so far early on.
Xander M stuck in the middle of it. Look at all these chase-offs drivers. The 01, the 84, the 98, and the 7. The 6 and the 60 in here as well. We got this little pack of cars. They're going 3 wide. With now Chase the Coyote in the middle. F1 Fan on top. 3 chase-off drivers, 3 wide. Here comes Jake 24 on the bottom as well. This could get dicey coming out of turn 4.
Oh, they made it.
F1 Fan showing some sweet skills holding on to the outside. He's lost a lot of spots, but he kept the car out of the wall, and that much is certainly impressive. So let's go back up. The 55 has made his way past the 57 and the 9. So Rusty is now up into second place.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can work down this gap that Pure has pulled out over the last few laps. And they just ran, I think, almost identical lap times. Pure with a 29.333 and Rusty with a 29.338. This is going to be a fun little battle, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the 9 of Fireball got moved up top, and yeah, there he goes.
He's getting freight train now. He's going to lose a ton of spots.
98 of Asteroid Strike up into 16th. Spookboy's done a good bit of passing himself. He's into 19th. Let's see where Carnation is right now, because he was having trouble at the back. Still in 36th position. I think he needs to do better than that.
Yeah.
The gap's still almost exactly the same between the 61 and the 55. You can see Michael Deitch having
Deitch looking to the inside there.
has a bit of a peak, but not ready to just dive it in.
Yeah, not quite enough.
Adrian Fitzy is somehow into 4th place with Priya McShane, who at one point looked like she was getting freight trained, but now back into the top 5 with Mitchell Collins and NASCAR Lover behind them, or her. And then Hunter B also with a pretty good run. And we got a caution.
Oh, caution. Here we go. Oh,
Oh, the
big.
48 and the 37 big wreck. Oh,
and the
F1 fan. F1 fan was 1 point below the cut line coming into this race, and that's a lot of damage on the 84 car.
That's huge. That 84 just, ugh, man.
Carnation has a bit of right side damage as well. So let's go back and let's see what happened, because this could have involved a whole bunch of chase-off contenders. I knew that pack was getting dicey, going 3 wide like that, but yeah.
Oh, the 48 of...
It's
Spitfire.
Luke Rainey who throws it to the bottom of Spitfire coming into 3. And that's going to leave F1 fan with nowhere to go. And I think Rainey ends up coming up. F1 fan tries to slow
get
down.
Out of it, and
yeah.
Rainey came up.
Rainey came up and
slammed Spitfire up into him.
yeah, Spitfire just ping pongs off of him. DriveThrough involved, and there's the damage to Carnation.
Yeah, that drive-through gets a piece, and then
Oh, a little bit from TFK Master as well.
Grass, gets hit again. Oh, my
And
goodness.
wow, Baldemati nowhere to go for him either.
Wild. Nothing but drama, championship implications.
And it's the move from Luke Rainey that puts the 84 up top. And I don't think there's anything the 48 could have done differently. And pings him into the wall.
You saw F1 fan try to back out of that spot coming off of 4. He knew it wasn't going to work. He tried to get on the brakes, get out of that 3 wide, and just... If he would have done it a little bit sooner, I think he would have been all right, and the 48 just would have hit the wall. But
Oh, what a hit from the 48 too.
48. Ugh.
Hard into the outside wall.
Good thing they're safe for barrier.
And Spitfire's, he's already been injured this season. He's had so many hard hits.
Yeah.
And Carnation just gets stuck in the middle. Let's ride on board with what Incarnation? Maybe not helmet cam. Let's do roof cam. You can see the 84 getting squeezed in front of them, then drive-through below him, and it's when the 48 bounces off the wall. Oh, he gets hit twice.
Oh. And he kind of got squeezed in between drive-through and...
He got squeezed a
The
couple
48
of times.
Got squeezed between drive-through and Spitfire. And Spitfire hit the wall, and then F1 fan came down and hit him,
Yeah, yeah.
trying to hang on to his car. Right here.
Wow. So 2 pretty hard hits to the right side of one Carnation's car, and well, he needed a good day, and as I've said before, he has just not had it so far. This is his home race.
As long as he can bring it home one piece, that's all that matters.
So a lot of the
Everybody
car's
pit
going to
again?
pit here, actually. Is it everyone? I guess we
don't
ran a
think
good
it's
number
quite
of
everyone.
laps.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
everyone's coming in. And for 4 tires as well.
Yeah. Here comes Adria. And Pure beats everybody out again.
Pure first, and then it's Rusty behind him. And then the rest of the pack. Gonna get themselves sorted out here. Oh, a bit of
Mitchell. Oh, hello.
contact. The 53 trying to get into his box. He reverses it in.
Does a little bit of Harry Pottering to get to his spot. It's fine.
All legal in
He
the
had to call
drive-through
a
sim
tow truck
series.
there. That's even worse. He very well may lose a lap because of it.
No, that wasn't a tow truck, I don't think.
It
Okay,
looked like it.
so they've fixed Carnation's car. It doesn't look too bad, but I mean the 53, once he got back out on track after that first wreck he was involved in, was off the pace. So we're definitely gonna have to keep an eye on the 24 and the 84.
Well, and this track is such an aerodynamic racetrack. If you bounce it off the wall once, you're gonna notice that the car's gonna be slower. It's not gonna run as well. compared to the other guys that have no damage.
And for F1 fan, he'd been in the points lead for most of the season. Just barely lost the points lead coming into the chase-offs. Hasn't had the greatest luck. Comes into this race 1 point below the cut line. And this could be the end to the Senna spirit.
It's such a shame that this could be it for him.
Yep, nope, you were right. The 53's he's having problems, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're dropping some frames now. Nice. At least it's under
Don't
caution.
drop frames, it's not a good recording.
Oops.
Oh.
That was my bad. That always scares me so much.
I think the 53 did tow because he's still on pit road.
Yeah, he definitely did.
When I think he missed his spot and then
Yeah, he's stuck
everything
there.
kind of
Yeah,
freaked
now
out.
he's in the box. Well, he was already off the pace, so just general issues for the 53.
Now we're getting ready to go back to green here.
The 14 is actually
finally on the bottom.
he's lined up properly this time. So that's good. I wonder if the 55 could use it to his advantage. If he can jump below, maybe push the 14 past 61, maybe a possible move for the lead. We've seen it done before.
Yeah. Maybe he'll try and throw the 14 into the 61 like from Michigan.
A little bit of lap traffic is a weapon.
Yeah. That's a first and a last for me. I haven't seen anything like that since.
For lap 29 of 167, Pure still in the lead of the race. Green flag is out here at Texas.
Here we go. That 55 got a horrible restart.
And already some aggressive moves. Cody H Gaming being put up 3 wide deep in the pack. 55 loses out. Now he's going to try and go way down to the bottom if Jared Preston plays YT for second. I don't know. 14's a lap car, so not for second, but to keep himself in this.
Collins and
Hunter B making some moves on the bottom.
B. He's had some horrible luck this year. It's good to see he's still running at this point in the race.
Mitchell's going to push the 55 now. But the 61 of Pure able to get around the 14 quickly and sort of build a little gap yet again.
Yeah, it's not too big though. They could still get a draft off of them, but now if they go side by side, Pure's going to be able to pull away.
Mitchell Collins on the bottom for second place. The 10 car is hungry. And he's going to clear him coming out of 4. Well, let's see if the 10 can have any sort of response to the 61 here. Only a quarter of a second back this time around. He's definitely going to get some draft here on the backstretch.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the 18 of DNP making a move on Anthony Plays. That's for 4th place.
Doesn't look like Pure is able to get it as far away as he has been. Wonder if they made an adjustment with the wrong way on the car. Or
Yeah, Mitchell Collins is definitely caught back up.
Here he comes.
That 10 is so fast from this restart.
He's bringing the 55 with him, really. He hasn't really lost the draft either. That 14 has been able to hold everybody behind him up. Now
Yeah, you can see the gap between DNP and Rusty Fighter. Pretty big now. Although it looked like Mitchell Collins was right underneath the bumper of the 61. He's sort of fallen back to around a car length.
He has a great run through 2.
I think
2 is definitely Pure's weakest spot on the track.
Yeah, all Rusty's hoping is that he's close enough when these guys go side by side to take advantage.
Either make it 3 wide or skip by 1.
Oh, be careful.
Oh, look at this.
Hunter B in the middle.
Oh, I jinxed it. Oh,
the 32's in the wall.
It.
And the 20's going to jump in the middle. Anthony plays
What
with
a move.
hard into the wall, but he kept going straight, and there won't be a caution, but let's see how much that damage is going to affect the 32 car.
Ben Pye got through 3 cars.
Here comes Mitchell Collins, big move to the bottom. Maybe put a little bit of bumper to the 61. They're going to be side by side coming out of turn 4, getting really close together.
That was close.
And Mitchell
Collins
Collins
leads the lap.
into the lead. Is the 55 close enough to get below the 61?
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, and
There
coming
it
through
is.
turn 2 is Pure's trouble spot. But no,
Pure might have a little
he's
bit
got
of
a good
gap.
run out of the corner from the top side. Rusty's going to have to throw it in here, and he's not close enough.
No.
So I think that's the best case scenario here for Pure, because if he can hold up Rusty and prevent him from getting to Mitchell Collins, it's exactly what he wants. And let's check in on some of the damaged cars. How are we doing? F1 fan is off the pace. He's fallen back a little bit. So is the 53. Carnation's at the back, but he was before. So I think at this point in time, Carnation is so far back that he might not make the final 4.
Such a shame.
Well, it's not over yet. We could see some more chaos here.
There
and
is a long way to go. A lot of people could get taken out.
yeah, the back might be the safest place right now.
Still pretty early on in this thing.
So at the front, they're single file, but back in the pack, still a whole lot of action. As the 14 of Jared Preston plays YT, the lap car moving backwards. Although he's holding up Hunter here. Well, we saw Hunter and Anthony get into a wall here, so they've both got damage. They were fighting over 4th place. Now I think they're in 13th and 14th.
I was just talking about Hunter B and how he hasn't had any bad luck in this race. It always seems like it happens to him early on. And 3 laps later, he's stuck 3 wide and then into the wall.
Let's take a look at some lap times here. What Incarnation last time around doing a 29.4. The 84 of F1 fan doing a 29.6. And the leaders right now, 29.3s.
Yikes. Not too far off the pace, but it's far enough off the pace where
He's not going to be moving
you
up.
get into a long green flag run, they're going to get lapped, and they probably won't be able to fix their cars enough to get to the front.
So the 55 of Rusty Fighter hasn't really been able to close up to Pure here. There's still, I think, over a car length between the two of them.
Yeah.
Although,
And
turn
DNP
2
is
again,
just
he's
sitting
caught
back
up.
there waiting.
And Adrian Fitzy into the top 5 again. So Mitchell Collins starting to pull away from the 61. It's nice to see a different car dominating in this race. Hello, I'm You has somehow worked his way into the top 10. Completely under the radar as he's gotten past the 98. McSpookboy also into the top 10. Is Cody going pretty aggressive here on Fireball? This is for 11th place. So the 6 McSpookboy right now in 10th. And the 85 of Hello I'm You are both in must-win situations. And they've both found some speed since this last pit stop. Let's see where the other chase-off drivers are. Xander M into 18th now. He's sort of been sitting mid-pack since he got there. KHPO1 and Savage Toy Show currently fighting over 24th right now. Chase the Coyote pretty close behind in 27th. One Carnation has actually made some passes here.
You just passed Luke Rainey.
Maybe that damage isn't so bad. He is up into 30th right now, which...
Well, he was only 1/10 off of the leader's lap time there on that last time by a little bit ago, so...
Luke Rainey's getting freight trained a little bit. Not in a must-win situation, but he's got to do better than this.
Inside now.
And F1 fan...
You can hear he's off the pace.
Yeah.
Wow. Such a shame.
But as long as enough cars wreck out in front of him, he still has a shot. A long shot at that. So Mitchell Collins has pulled out about 3/10, but Pure started to reel it back in a little bit.
Yeah. And it looks like Rusty hasn't been able to close the gap as much, and DMP has.
Yeah, DNP, Adrian Fitzy, and then And Jake 24 and Anderson Reed battling here. And I think Hello Emu will be happy to just hold the bottom and get past whoever's stuck on top.
Yeah.
So Anthony Plays, despite the damage, which looks pretty bad, is still sort of holding pace with everyone else up in a... Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there's a car.
Hello Emu's coming to pit. Problems for the 85, and this is not what you want to see in a must-win situation.
No. What in the world?
I'm not sure what the issue is, but this is definitely not a scheduled pit stop for Hello Emu.
There's no way that would be scheduled.
So it looks like they're going to take right sides here. He's going to lose a lap, I think. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, as soon as he came on the pit road, he was going to lose a lap.
He's going to take 4 tires.
Wow.
You know what? He might have made his way into the top 10 because it surprised me so much by not taking tires. And I think he needs them now. Maybe he expected another wreck pretty quick.
Maybe... This could sound stupid, but maybe he came on the pit road and he also missed a stall.
But he would be a lap down at least.
Look at this, Adria, 3 wide.
DNP stuck on top. Anderson Reed with a huge move to the bottom. He's going to get past both of them in one corner.
First as well.
And that 12 car from 6th to 4th. What Incarnation has lost some spots again. He's fallen down to 34th.
How did he get all the way back there?
I think just freight trained.
He was up in the front.
He started on pole. Doesn't have any damage, but...
They were both up towards the front early on, and now they're just back in no man's land.
Could be a case of freight trains, could be a case of bad adjustments. Now Rusty is closed in on the 61, but he keeps looking at the bottom, but definitely not close enough to make a move. Anderson Reed has been carving his way through the top 10, and that 12 is looking really fast. He might have something to say for both of these chase-off contenders in front of him. So Mitchell Collins' lead not growing, not shrinking, staying about the same here, as the top 7 have pulled away a little bit from McSpookboy and Kumon Cup Series, Cody H Gaming, and Carter Friesen.
Yep. There's Fireball.
So Asteroid Strike and Xandram both going to get past Fireball. Looks like Midlife going to take advantage as well. The 55 is slow here. He's dropped back a little bit. Anderson Reed to the bottom.
Comes Anderson Reed.
But Reed...
Rusty's able to drive it in.
Yeah, really. I think Reed made his move too early and had to lift off in the middle. But he's closed in yet again here. That 12 is so fast. Jake 24 behind him has also been really quick. But this single file line of cars, it looks like right now if you jump out, you're just going to parachute backwards. But here comes Anderson Reed again, this time through 1 and 2, looking at the bottom. 55 does really well in the middle of the turn, and I think Rusty's going to get the run out here. Yeah, and he's going to be able to stay in front of the 12. So I think as these tires are going, it's becoming harder and harder to hold the bottom and make these moves stick.
Which would make sense, because, you know.
Oh, it was an engine problem. Hello IMU is out of the race.
Wow.
So that was definitely not a scheduled pit stop. I think they put tires on it just because they might as well when they were in, but they've pulled that car behind the wall and retired from the race.
Wow.
So the 48 out after that huge hit was the first retirement from the event, and then Hello IMU will not make it to the Final Four. with, it must be heartbreaking, an engine problem in the last round of 12 event. Oh, and he's mad.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, here comes Anderson Reed to the bottom again.
I don't think that move's going to work this deep into a run, but with a push from the 4, maybe. He gets the run out of the corner on the 55. He's tried so many times, but Anderson
I think he's
Reed
got him here, yep.
Yeah, he's going to be in third.
And now Rusty's going to get freight trained. There goes the 4.
He just needs to find a gap here, because we know he has the run out of the corner on the outside here. He's still alongside Jake 24 in the 4. But there's no gap for him to slide into here.
Yeah, now it's going to be tough for Rusty to get his composure, just get in line, hang out for a little bit, and try not to use up his stuff trying to get up to the front. At this point, it's not. I don't think it's worth it. He just needs to get in line, relax, and
Still got a long way to go.
hope he can get to the front.
He's going to slot in behind Adrian Fitzy, put himself in his 6th place. And Anderson Reed already closing in at the back of Pure's car. All this while, Mitchell Collins has pulled out another few tenths on the 61. As most of the field single file now. Carnation still off the pace. He's fallen back a little bit from the tail end of the field. 33rd right now. It looks like they got that damage sorted out on the big one. I mean, he was squeezed into the wall at one point. And he's not fast, but he's sort of running with the back of the pack here. Chase the Cody's fallen down to 30th. And Hunter B as well.
Yeah, I think Hunter B's car got
Stuck on top.
well, his car got dinged up when.
Oh right, he got the wall.
Contact.
It looks pretty
I
clean
think
though.
that hurt his car.
Luke Rainey up into 26th now. KHP's moving forward. Asteroid Strike 9's moving backwards. And Xander M up into 12th. And he started in 38th.
Yeah. He started way out there in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, Pure got shuffled back at some point. So the 12, the 4, and the 04 passed him, but he's making the move to get back past Adrian Fitzy. These two Camaros going to be side by side coming out of turn 2. Adrian gets a good run, but I think she's fighting a losing battle.
Yeah.
And now she's going to lose those spots, and even more here. The 04 was really slow. I think almost got into the wall and had to get way out of it. So going to lose out to the 18, the 6, maybe even the 44. So the 55 and the 61 find themselves close together yet again, but this time they're only battling for 4th place. But Anderson Reed took a 10.5 out of Mitchell Collins' lead that last time around. Now that the 12 has passed everyone else, he might be able to close the gap here. Now down to less than half a second.
Yeah. That left traffic I see?
Absolutely. It's Baldemati who was pretty heavily involved in the wreck with the 84, so he's been around, and you can see, despite their best efforts, the hood has still popped up. He's got some damage. Definitely off the pace.
Like, wait a second. There was not a blue car leading this race a second ago.
And this could close up the battle for the lead. See how easily he'll let the 10 by.
Oh, came down on him. I know Mitchell Collins isn't going to be happy about that.
I know Anderson Reed will be happy about that, because this He's closed that
As long as
gap.
he doesn't do the same thing to him here going into turn 1.
He's so slow on the top side. That's not going to be a problem. Anderson Reed only a car length behind Mitchell Collins now. Less than 0.2 of a second. And that lead has just disappeared. Well, let's see what Anderson's got left. He's been slowly but surely carving his way through the field, and maybe someone can finally take Mitchell Collins out of the lead. And Rusty's gotten past Pure. So for fourth place here, and now first of the chase-off drivers, Rusty in a must-win situation driving that 55.
And the problem is he just has to be first.
Yeah, and right now we've got two non-chase-off drivers battling for the lead almost.
Yeah.
Looks to be a fan favorite in the Michael Waltrip tribute. I mean, both of his primary schemes are Michael Waltrip throwback cars. How can you not like him? Spook Boy now working his way into 7th place, getting past DNP.
Yep.
Also in a must-win situation, and if... well, he's not too far back from the 55 now. As Rusty's trying to get past the slow lap car of Baldamati. Won't be able to do it this time around. Baldamati's certainly not making it easy on them. But now he's definitely going to fall back. They're all lining up on the bottom. But it's allowed Spookboy to close into the back of Kumon Cup Series, who was closed into the back of the 61 and the 55.
It's a nice little tight pack there. Most of the field's pretty much spread out.
Pure to the bottom of the track in 3. Looking to retake the position from Rusty. Who wants to be first of the chase-off drivers? And now here comes Spook Boy, gonna follow the 44. And Spook Boy, well, Rusty's got a good run out of the corner here. So he will stay in front of the 6. Wow. I think Spook Boy drove it in too hard.
See what he can do in turn 3.
So Mitchell Collins now leading by still about 0.3. Anderson Reed behind him. Jake 24 a little ways back. And then this little skirmish as Kumon Cup Series is going to go to the inside of the 61.
And here he goes. That's Pure's weakest spot, so it makes sense. See what he can do in turn 3, though.
And then behind him, the 55 and the 6 still side by side.
Yeah. Looks like the 6 might get that here off of 4. Because of the 61 being where he's at, yep.
And Age of Fitzy's dropped out almost of the top 10 here. Cody H Gaming into the picture.
There's Cody.
And Spook Boy now right behind Pure in the 61. He's going to peak to the bottom midway through the corner. They're close together. Be careful.
Now my screen froze up. I thought he was going to turn him there.
I mean, I think they were touching bumpers through 3 and 4.
They were close, that's for sure.
And now looking to the bottom. We got 3 chase-off
again.
drivers battling each other for a top 5 spot here. And Spook Boy is on the charge.
Yeah.
Now to the bottom. Through 3 and 4. Can Pure slot back in line between the 6 and the 55? Yes. But here comes the 55 of Rusty Fighter to the bottom yet again. As we are dropping frames, that's fine. 55 and the 61 still side by side. These two can't get away from each other. All race long, it has been a tale of Rusty and Pure. And here comes Cody H. Gaming, looking to clean up the scraps. And he's going to make his way past the 61 as well. So Cody's been working forward now. He's up into 7th place. But the top 10 is really spread out. It's going to take a lot to work his way up into the top 5. And the 06 back in the pits. I mean, he's got damage from his wreck, so I wouldn't be surprised if they've got more fixing to do with that car. Very unfortunate for him. So let's do a quick little chase-off driver check-in. F1 fan sitting in 35th right now. Off the pace, but still looking to pick up some spots maybe if we see more retirement. Same with What Incarnation. He's looking pretty slow, but just been sitting behind the pack with Michael Deitch for a good few dozen laps now. Chase the Coyote hasn't been particularly fast right now in 29th. Luke Grady's been making some moves. He's up into 22nd, actually. Luke's been making a good number of moves. Savage Toy Show's fallen back to 21st. Asteroid Strike right in front of him, and then KHP and Xander only a few cars up the road. Mike PMC caught in the middle of this chase-off battle. I mean, look at this. The 01, the 8, 13's in the middle of it, then the 98, the 60, and the 2. As KHP drives it in deep, but won't be able to get to the bottom of Xander M. Definitely not this time by. I think at one point, Anderson Reed closed the gap up to Mitchell Collins, but now he's falling back, so. Spook Boy's caught up a little bit to the 44. He's definitely pulled away from the 55.
Yeah.
And Cody H. Gaming has split up the duel between Rusty and Pure that we've seen all race long. So with this long green flag run, I imagine it'll be probably within 10 laps. We're going to see some pit stops here. And then we get this fun strategy play. Who's going to pit early and get those laps with the fresh tires? And
you gotta wonder if anybody screws up.
How much time will it gain? Yeah.
Caution comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody wrecks trying to get on the pit road. We've seen that happen before.
Yeah, we've seen.
Hopefully nobody,
We've seen cautions
on the track
halfway through the pit cycle that just throw everything off.
As long as nobody runs it out of fuel and stops in the middle of the racetrack like Pocono, we'll be fine.
I swear, that Pocono is just broken.
It's great to watch, though, that's for sure.
It's crazy. I'd never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
Always something new here in the DriveThrough Sim series. It's completely original content, even though YouTube doesn't believe it is. 32's in the pits again. That's Anthony Plays. Or I guess not again. This is a scheduled stop, I think, and this might drag in some of the other cars. The 32 is going aggressive with the stop. Yeah, here comes the 98 and 18. 14's coming in as well, and let's see if our leaders are going to pit. You can see just how spread out they are. None of the leaders coming in just yet. Oh, it's the 55.
Here comes Rusty.
Rusty Fighter in the 55, looking to undercut the rest of the field. 29 of Weak Boy also coming in. And the 8 of KHP01. Carnation's also going to do it. I think it's definitely worth it for him. So let's see if Mitchell Collins and Anderson respond, and particularly the 6 and the 61. They're all staying out. No, Pure's coming in. So is Adria Fitzy. DriveThrough. Luke Rainey and Savage Toy Show going to come in together. But interestingly enough, McSpookboy's going to stay out. Let's see if Mitchell Collins comes in. Still no pit from the 10 car. 12's going to come in, so will the 4. Spookboy stays out. So Spookboy staying out long. He's in second place now. Cody's coming in as well. So most of the top 10 have pitted apart from the 10 and the 6. And you can see just how slow he is. Jared Preston plays on those fresh tires. Who is a lap down is just going to pull right by him. He's got so much more grip in that 14 car. Look at that. Spookboy's got to come in soon, right? Or is he hoping for a caution? No, he's pitting. Here he comes. So Spookboy comes in. So does Jake 24. But Mitchell Collins is staying out. Which, as a leader, is really aggressive strategy. As now Jared Preston plays on those fresh tires, going to swing right by him.
I think he's coming in this time.
He has to. He's losing so much time on these old tires. Yes, here, finally, Mitchell Collins pits, and I think that's going to cost him the lead. So who do we pick up as the leader? I think it'll be the 55 of Rusty Fighter. No, it might be DNP. So he's going to race his way around a pretty empty Texas Motor Speedway. And he's definitely past Kumon Cup Series. Here comes the 55 as well. So I think DNP is going to be our new leader.
Wow.
Which is at the top of the pit cycle, he was what, 5th, 6th? But with that undercut pit stop.
10, yeah.
Look at this. Mitchell Collins is coming out of the pits now, and DNP's already through turns 1 and 2. And there's Mitchell Collins. He has lost so many spots. Here comes the 29 around him. The 61, the 98, the 04, the 4. What a weird strategy call. But I guess he'll have slightly fresher tires than everybody else, but that only matters if we don't get another caution. And I expect us to get some sort of carnage before the end. So Mitchell Collins started the pit cycle in first place. Right now, he's not even in the top 10. He's in 11th. So let's find where Carnation is, because he pitted early, and I think that should work out for him. Carnation is up to 25th.
Yeah.
And in that position, I think that'll be enough to put him into the Final Four. So good strategy work from the 24 team.
He just needs to stay there now.
Yeah, and that'll be hard. He's got a little bit of damage from that wreck early on. He's got to put a good recovery drive together here. Priya McShane is in the pits. It seems a little bit late for scheduled stops. And Priya's got damage on the right side of the car. Let's go back and see what's going on here. Something wrong with... Oh, I think it's a pit toe.
Yeah.
The 84 is coming out. Priya's trying to get in.
Oh.
And just can't suck backwards enough. And because it's NR, that accounts for an entire lap of towing. So big problems for the 42 car. Priya McShane is going to fall at least 2 laps down. The 06 is retired.
Yeah.
I mentioned it was weird that he was on pit lane
That in our 2000
before everyone else. And yeah. Well, we know he had damage from that wreck. I think it might have been a result of that. He was slow and off the pace already, so I think I pulled it in and just called it a day.
Did he just retire, or was there
A valve train issue.
Oh, wow. Huh.
But I would assume it's a result from that wreck. So Priya McShane is now 4 laps down from that pit lane issue. And that sucks. I mean, Priya's had the worst of luck sometimes, really. Okay, so DNP leads. He's got 2 seconds over Rusty Fighter in a must-win situation. And Rusty just closed the 10th that lap round. So we could see a little bit of... I mean, Rusty has a shot here. They're definitely going to have to pit one more time before the end of the race. Maybe twice. No, I think one more time. But Rusty's slowly closing in the gap to the leader. We're on lap 93 of 167.
They'll definitely pit once, depending on if cautions come out.
I should probably turn my Steam notifications off, shouldn't I? Skull and Bones is apparently playing Assetto Corsa right now. So 1.8 seconds last time around. Now it's only 1.5 seconds. Rusty's closing it down, but here comes the 44, who's a lap down. So Kumon Cup Series has his fair share of issues. Priya McShane finally back on track, 6 laps off the pace. So Anderson Reed going to take second away from Rusty Fighter, and they're all closing in on the leader, DNP, and I think he's stuck a little bit behind the 84. F1 fan with damage from his wreck. I think he's taking the exits away from DNP. He wants to move up the track, but he just can't. And here comes the 12 and the 55. Surrounded by lap traffic, but definitely catching up to DNP 10. And it looks like finally he's going to clear the 84. But that was about 8 tenths taken away from his lead through all that. What is the fuel window today? Let me check the fuel window.
It'll be 1 to go this time.
66 laps is the fuel window. So they will have to pit one more time. And the fuel window is going to open pretty soon. But these guys with their fresh tires are probably going to go 40 more laps.
Yeah.
Priya McShane 7 laps down, but with fresh tires. Looking at the bottom of the 55.
Might get one of those laps back if she tries hard enough.
Don't think it'll make too much difference, will it?
Yeah.
Anderson Reed still closing in on DNP 10. The gap now down to 3/4 of a second.
Come on, all over the back bumper. Never mind, that's Priya. I can see.
Yep, Priya's going to look to get past Anderson Reed. Anderson's going to let her by with pretty much no issue. I mean, the 42's got fresher tires. DNP now working with some more lap traffic, this time in the form of Baldemati's number 37. And just surrounded by lap traffic now. The 44, the 42. Don't think there'll be any more problems up the road. So the 12 is second. Rusty Fighter is third. And fourth, we have to go all the way back to Cody H Gaming. Mitchell Collins has made his way up into fifth. So those slightly fresher tires, the 10 is still pretty fast. Right now, 5th. Adrian Fitzy, 6th. Then it's Jake, 24. And then 2 of our chase-off contenders. The 98 of Asteroid Strike, who is 1 point above the cut line going into this event, sitting in 8th place. If he finishes here, he will definitely make the Final Four. But McSpookboy behind him, not in the same situation. He needs to win this event. 2 wins on the season, but that 6 has had so many DNFs.
And he crashed out of Pocono late in that one.
Behind them, Pure on the 61. who can just sort of take it easy. I mean, he's got a fast car. He's already in the final
I
four.
mean, at this point, he can retire from the race and still make it. So
He didn't even have to show up
he's
this
fine.
weekend.
Seriously.
Xander M in 20th. He's in a must-win situation. Savage Toy Show as well. He's down in 18th.
Yeah.
Luke Rainey is in 15th, though.
But he's made his way up to the front.
And he's 7 points above the cut line. So with a finish like this, I do believe Luke Rainey will have enough points to make the final four. If we don't get a chase-off driver winning their way into it. Which, as of right now, with DNP out front and Anderson Reed in second, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Anderson Reed finally going to get past F1 Fan. This lap traffic's really been holding him up, and the lap traffic has been helping the 18. Kumon Cup Series has been pushing him around here, but I think the 44 is getting impatient. Yep, now he's looking to the bottom, coming into turn 3. So with the 18 on top and the 12 on the bottom, let's see if Anderson Reed can close up and make a move for the lead. Just a few car lengths back on the 18. And here comes Rusty Fighter making quick work of the 84. Although they're still side by side coming through too. Never mind, the bottom's not worked out for the 55. He drove it in deep and wasn't able to hold it. Now he's going to have to waste some more time here with the lap traffic of F1 Fan. Who I'm sure is a fellow chase-off competitor. Doesn't want to make it easy for the 55 to get past. Tropical, don't insult me. So 0.3 of a second separating the 18 and the 12. This is the closest we've seen the battle for the lead in quite a while now. Rusty's had so much trouble getting past F1 Fan. The 84 is not making it easy. He's going to throw it in the inside of turn 1 again, but that move hasn't worked out for him in the past, and it's not going to work out here now.
Well, that 84 is probably driving super aggressive.
He'll take anything
really
he can get.
With his day.
Yeah. So the 18 still leads, now up to 0.6 of a second ahead of the 12. But with these two wide lappers, maybe it'll hold up DNP a little bit. Cody H Gaming in 4th, still sort of working with Mitchell Collins here, and then Adrian Fitzy and Jake 24. Spook Boy's caught up to them, though. That 6 is maybe moving a little bit quicker than the cars in front of him.
Yeah, definitely.
Luke Rainey still sitting in 15th, so cars that are comfortable. Pure's already locked into the final 4. Luke Rainey's looking pretty good. Asteroid Strike is looking pretty good. Let's find out where what Incarnation is. Because 71 points above the cut line, currently sitting in 29th. He pitted early. He got that track position, but he just doesn't have the pace here today.
Now,
that wreck certainly didn't help.
Weekend.
It's going to be close. It's definitely going to be close. Because Carnation was 71 points to the good. Now he's doing badly. Luke Rainey, 7 points to the good. He's doing pretty well. Asteroid Strike 9, only 1 point to the good, but he's sitting in 9th right now. That'll be good enough. So where's KHP? KHP in 24th. I don't think that'll be enough. Chase the Coyote definitely won't make it if we finish in these positions. Xander M needs a win. He's in 21st. Rusty Fighter needs a win. He's in 3rd. But he's got all this lap traffic around him. He won't be able to close up to the 12 and the 18 if we stay green.
Nope.
Probably one of the longest green flag runs we've seen in the Sim series.
Yeah.
All this wrecking early on and a whole lot of cruising since then. I don't think anybody's side by side. The field is so spread out. But they're definitely going to have to pit one more time, so we will see some strategy play come into work. So we see DriveThrough looking at the bottom of Pure. This is for 11th. Pure was so strong at the start of the race, but I guess since then he's been taking it easy. Doesn't matter that much, does it, when you're locked into the Final Four? I swear, Hunter keeps looking for my Steam notifications. Less than half a second. Less than half a second at the front now. Anderson, he's actually closed this time around. DNP did a 30.5. Anderson with a 30.48. So I think so far today, Mitchell Collins has led the most laps, but not so great pit strategy has put him down into 5th, and he hasn't really been able to work up from there. So he's right now 5 seconds behind the 18. Three-tenths of a second separating the top two. 55 a little ways back, and then Cody H Gaming pretty far behind them. Let's see if there's any more lap traffic coming into play. The 44 we know is faster than them. Michael Deitch has been really slow. I don't know if there's an engine problem or what. These guys qualified on pole. Michael Deitch was fast all day. Well, not all day, but all of the first few stints. And since then, 31st place car, I mean, that's not great. Let's take a look at the expanded standings as the battle for the lead closes in a little bit. Just 2/10 separating the 18 and the 12. Retirement so far from today's Spitfire involved in a heavy wreck that saw him go straight into the wall in the quad oval. So he's the first one out. Hello MU had an engine go. That N2003 guy involved in a wreck and then later on retired from valve train issues. Priya McShane had some problems in the pits, went 6 laps down, but is still on track. Baldumati involved in a pretty big wreck. That's put him off the pace. He's 2 laps down. And then Jared Preston Plays YT has been a lap down. So is the big one. And Anthony Plays. They both hit the wall at some point. F1 Fan was spinning out in a pretty big accident. He's down in 34th. And to AFK Master, also a lap down. So Anderson Reed got pretty close to DNP. He had a look to the bottom. But as these tires wear, it becomes so much harder to make passes. And you can see Kumon Cup Series just a little bit in front of them. But he was actually going faster than the leaders these past few times around, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. out front again. DNP he's been managing this gap well, that's for sure. Looked like the 12 was closing in. Now it's half a second separating them. So the 18 is really in full control of this race. But I wonder if that early pit stop that got him out front is going to eventually cost him in the long run, because, I mean, Mitchell Collins, we saw he pitted several laps after the 18, and a lot of these guys. So we might have tires that last a little bit longer. Let's see what kind of lap times he's doing. Mitchell Collins is doing 30.8, as is Adria Fitzy. Rusty Fire doing 31 zeros, and then the leader is doing 30.8 and 30.9. 37's got damage here, and the 18 pits. So the leader's going to come in lap 125 of 167. This pit stop will take him to the end, but that's going to give Anderson Reed the lead of the race.
There you go.
The 18's going to get out there on fresher tires, and let's see how quickly the rest of these guys at the front are going to respond to this pit strategy. The 12 staying out, as is the 55. Looks like all of them are staying out.
So is this confirmed? This is the last stop here?
This will be the last stop. We're on lap 126 of 167. Let's go back and see what happened to Baldu Madi. They've pulled the rear end off that car. Is this an incident that didn't cause a caution?
Oh, wow.
Oh!
Oh!
He's a lap down car. He's out here going 3 wide with Weak Boy in the middle and Fireball on the bottom. And he gets squeezed. Oh!
Wow!
He backs it in the wall hard, but there's no caution.
That's almost like what we saw earlier with
the 32 and the 78.
Guy, but
yeah.
Wow.
So big
We've
damage
seen
to the 37.
All of our accidents have been off of 4.
So that's why they pitted and pulled the rear end off the car. A whole lot of damage. I mean, all crunched up.
Wow.
So DNP, the first one to pit. And I don't think anyone else is going to respond soon. I mean, if they stop now, they'll definitely be able to make it to the end. The 55 comes in. Crucially.
Here comes Rusty.
Crucially, Rusty pits. The 61 does as well.
Yep.
And let's see now. Carnation also pits early. I guess he was on a bit of an earlier cycle than everyone else. We could see Mitchell Collins stay out, like, really deep. Because he stayed out, I think, 5 laps longer than everyone else in the first round of green flag pit stops. So the 12 is leading now. Cody H Gaming in second. And Mitchell Collins in third just because of these pit stops. And we're having these weird situations where lead lap cars like McSpookboy are holding up lap cars who've put fresh tires on. You can see Jared Preston plays YT.
Often, that's for sure.
He's in 37th, trying to get his lap back from the 6th. Now he goes to the bottom. He'll make it work. Carnation's going to take that lap back as well. And the leader pits. Anderson Reed comes in. Cody H Gaming as well. And I think Mitchell Collins is going to try and stay out long again. But you can just look at the grip difference. This is the leader just having lap cars driving circles around him. So Spookboy also staying out. Let's see if we can find where the 55 or the 18 is on track. So DNP 10, the first car to pit, pitted out of the lead. He might have a fat gap to second place with these fresh tire laps he's putting on right now. I mean, here comes Anderson Reed out of the pits, and I think he's in the middle of the backstretch. The 18 is coming into the quad oval. That is how big his lead is.
Yeah.
But Mitchell Collins still hasn't pitted. And look at he's just driving right around him. Wow. So the 18 gets one of his laps back. Or I think he's now on the lead lap. with those fresh tires. I mean, he's setting 29 fours. Mitchell Collins with a 31-2. So, I mean, way off the pace.
Yeah.
Same with McSpookboy, 31-4. I think these guys are just hoping for a caution at this point.
I just need to hope not to be the caution.
Thick Daddy also staying out, 31-3s. I mean, if they get a caution now, that strategy will absolutely work out, but it's only a matter of time before they have to pit and sort of count their losses. So Thick Daddy's going to come in, as will the 6 and the 10 of Mitchell Collins. So we've got a race off of pit road between the 01 and the 84, and now the 7 as well. And they're being held up a little bit by other cars coming into pit.
And through wide coming off pit road, here comes Ben Pye pulling out in front of 2 playoff contending cars.
So let's find the 18 on track again, who should take over the lead of the race this time around. Which would put, if he's in second, so Rusty Fighter is going to end up in second place, but pretty far back from the 18.
Yeah.
He's going to need DNP to royally screw up here.
Seriously.
Well, we still have about 30 laps left, so quick pace might do it, but he's 5.5 seconds behind. So after the second round of green flag pit stops, DNP with those 2 undercuts has himself 5.5 seconds ahead of the 55 of Rusty Fighter, who's in a must-win situation for the Chaseoffs. 6.5 seconds behind him, or wait, no, 6.5 seconds behind the leader. Got it. Less than a second behind him is the 12 of Anderson Reed. And then 6 seconds down the road, Adria Fitzy is 4th, Cody H Gaming is 5th, and Luke Rainey has somehow ended up in the 6th place. So at this rate, Luke Rainey definitely going to make the championship 4. Let's find what incarnation, because he had a good points lead coming into this race. Right now in 19th, that will certainly be enough, but it's going to be close.
Yeah.
So it'll be important to watch this gap. I think the 18 actually pulled a 10th away from the 55. As Priya McShane back into the pits. I guess she's a bit off cycle. But Anderson Reed looking to take second place away. Rusty defending pretty well on the outside. I think it's a losing battle, especially with Anthony Plays in the 32 getting into the mix and staying on the bottom behind Anderson Reed. So out of turn 4, the 12 will clear him and move up into second place, and that's not what Rusty wants to see.
No, not at all. That doesn't help him one bit.
And these guys are still 6 seconds behind the leader. So a lot of the Chaseoff drivers have worked their way into the top 10 at the end of this event. Luke Rainey is in 6th. Savage Toy Show is... Did he pass the 33? No. Savage Toy Show is in 8th.
Yep.
And Asteroid Strike is 9th. Pure is in 10th. So Asteroid Strike should be able to make the Final 4 with... Yeah, with a 9th place finish, he will definitely make the Final 4. So right now, it's looking like Pure, White Incarnation, Luke Rainey, and Asteroid Strike 9. Unless the 55 can win it. And in staying out so long, I think the 6 has really, really fallen down the order. McSpookboy down to 18th, so he's not going to score enough points to make his way into the championship 4.
like it.
But now it's only 4.75 seconds. So in only a few laps here, the 12 has gained 3/4 of a second on DNP10. So Anderson Reed is the fastest car on track right now, and he's pulling away from the 55. So for Rusty, I mean, he just doesn't have the pace to win this race.
No, which is so unfortunate because he's been up at the front all race long. He just hasn't had enough speed to get to the front and stay there.
He's close, but just not close enough.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, another 3/10 taken away from the lead that time around. Anderson Reed running 29.6s. DNP 10 running 29.86s. So at least 2/10 a lap. The 12 is gaining.
Yeah.
And with just over 20 laps to go, he will definitely be able to close that lead if he keeps going at this pace. And making quick work of all these lap cars. Never mind. Every time I say that, it doesn't work.
He's flying through those lap cars only when we're not watching them, right?
Janza is holding his ground right now.
Yeah.
Sitting in 29th place. So Carnation has dropped down to 24th, fittingly enough. But I think that'll still be enough points, but I'm not sure. Depends how well the 8 and the 7 do. Although the 7's behind him, so that's not good for him.
Yeah.
Where's the 8? Apologies for all this car flicking. I'm trying to find... He's in 17th. I don't think that'll be enough. Spook Boy's on a bit of a charge, but he's far back in points. .2 seconds is the lead. So he's gotten past Janza. The 18's closing in on some more lap traffic. And this lead is very, very quickly shrinking. So again, as of right now, the Championship 4 would be Pure, What Incarnation, Luke Rainey, and Asteroid Strike 9.
That's a great team to go in there.
But for F1 fan, who had been so far ahead in points, I guess that's what happens when you just can't win a race. So many top 5s, but unlucky in the chase-offs. I don't think he ever came second or first. Or even third.
I know. Not sure.
Less than 3 seconds now. Between the 18 and the 12. I mean, he is... Where's the Jaws theme song? He is hunting him down. Slightly fresher tires. And, that car is fast. Wow. 29.8 last time by. 29.79 this time. And DNP's running 30-second laps.
Yep.
It's going to be close, though. It depends on how well the 8 does on points. I'm looking at the Championship 4. But it depends on what order. I don't know how far back Carnation can go before he's in trouble. Because we know he's dropping back. He's got slightly older tires. He pitted early to get the track position. He's in 24th, but... I mean...
As long as he stays there, he's fine. If he loses any spots...
Oh, we got a wreck! Oh, the 98, Hunter B! Caution flag is out. 151. Lap 151 of 67. Huge wreck! Oh my god!
That's the worst wreck I've seen in the Sim series.
That is
Holy
a
cow.
massive accident. Wow.
Oh,
And
Hunter B's in
Chase-Off
this one, go
contenders.
figure. Hunter B's in another accident.
And that is going to shake things up.
Oh!
The 53, the 98 of Asteroid Strike. He gets turned by DriveThrough.
DriveThrough just took out a championship contender. Are you kidding me?
Asteroid Strike was set to make the final four. He was in
That
13th
changes- he's
place.
There's no way.
They're
He has
fighting over
too much
13th.
damage.
Oh, I think DriveThrough might have gotten a push from VGO3 that gets the 98 into the wall, and then he just slides down the track.
Bam! Hunter
Slammed.
and then everybody.
The big one, and then the
Oh.
22 and the 3 as
More
well.
hard hit.
Oh, and midlife. Oh, the 14
and he
gets
got
them.
punted again.
Carnation gets
got
through. As does the
As does your
18.
leader. Wow.
And we're going to get a restart here with just over 10 laps to go.
Unbelievable.
I want to go on board with midlife because that was the closest I think I've ever seen. I mean, he just sent it through 3 and 4.
Back it down. Back it down.
Oh my gosh. That
Wow.
is amazing. I mean, what? What?
He should have been around.
And the 14 hits him, and Carnation gets through. The C's part.
Carnation almost got hit by the 22 on the inside.
That was really close. That
It just gets
that
like
is
a
as
cube
close
up the
as you
racetrack. It
want
just-
it.
oh,
Oh my goodness.
that is wild.
Well, that is gonna shake
That
absolutely.
changes everything.
The
gonna
98
get
is
in
out.
now.
I think it'll be the 8 of KHPO1, but he still has to do well in these last 10 laps.
Yeah, because Asteroid's out now.
Absolutely. So we're gonna let the field catch up.
One to the good earlier, like before the
He was
race.
1 to the good before the race, and he was in 13th,
I
and
know
now he's
F1's
out.
Had a bad day, but now he's got to be gone.
So let's see if we have any takers on pit stops. I wouldn't think so. Looks like no. Let's look at the leaderboard. Oh my goodness. Jared Preston Plays out. RacerFan99 out. Hunter B out. Asteroid Strike 9 out. NASCAR Lover 201 out. And that's it. That like Asteroid Strike's chances to fight for the championship have just gone up in flames.
With what? 15 to go? 10 to go?
It is
Unreal.
lap 154 of 167 right now.
It isn't over until it's over.
That, I don't believe that. Wow.
Unreal.
And that's going to close the whole field up, and it's also going to put lap cars in the bottom because we have just over 10 laps to go. So Anderson Reed, with slightly fresher tires, is going to be right behind DNP 10. Rusty Fighter's back in the fight. Adria Fitzy in 4th. Cody H Gaming in 5th, all suddenly with a chance to fight for the win. So Luke Rainey is in 9th. He, as long as he stays up there, is going to make the final 4. One Incarnation is in 20th. And there's only 23 cars in the lead lap, so I think Carnation is set. So KHP in the 8 is in 19th. Chase the Coyote is 16 points behind him coming into it, and he's in 21st.
Yeah, I don't think
Where's Savage Toy Show?
Chase the Coyote's
Savage Toy Show's in 6th.
He's been up towards the front, so
If Savage Toy Show holds
Maybe.
his spot or does better, I think he might make the final 4.
be prepared for this because there's a lot of lap traffic. So this double file restart is going to be nuts.
And if the 55 doesn't win and the 60 does well, he could see himself fighting for a championship in Homestead.
These points are going to be ridiculously close.
And let's look at how long these lines are, because there are so many lap down cars.
Yeah.
Wow. And a lot with damage as well.
Yeah.
So this is
This is worth the wait at this point.
this is the most important restart of the season.
Maybe if we have another caution, extend that one more.
That's
but-
true. But so far, this is it.
yeah, this is to go to the Final Four at Homestead and win the Sim Series.
Hold on to your hats, folks. This is going to be fun. Wow. And DNP has older tires than everybody else in the lead of the race.
Yeah, Anderson Reed's going to have a lot of patience, and he's going to have to block and keep that 55 behind him here on the
I don't think the 55 is going to have a lot of patience. The Chevrolet Camaro pace car pulls in, and with 11 laps to go, green flag here at Texas. 18 gets a great start.
Yeah, the 12 did too, though. He's not too far behind.
If he can clear the Flynn zone coming into turn 1, I hope the field behind them doesn't crash. The 55 is going to be stuck on the outside.
He's got Adria right behind him.
Look at the run that Anderson Reed gets out of the corner. Only a car length behind the 18 now. The 55 and the 04 still stuck on top. Are they going to go 3 wide through turns 3 and 4? The 42 with the fresher tires. Priya McShane peek into the bottom, but won't get out of line.
Yeah, the inside line's not going to help Rusty. I think Rusty's done at this point.
Yeah, he is.
Lap traffic. Oh, battle for the lead.
Oh, here comes the 12 to the bottom.
Here
Through 1 and 2. He's not going to have the run out of the corner, is he? DNP on the outside. It's close.
He's still there.
He's got a bumper underneath. Coming into turn 3.
Turn 3. DNP clears himself.
DNP drove it hard into the corner, but look at how close they are, right on his rear bumper now. Looking to the bottom through the quad oval. They're crossing the line for 10 laps to go. Anderson Reed on the bottom. DNP 10 on the top. The 12 trying to make those fresher tires work. And they're going to be side by side coming out of turn 2.
Better run up the corner.
Clear him.
Anderson Reed to the front.
Anderson Reed into the lead of the race, and he's been faster than the 18. That pit strategy just hasn't worked out for DNP. Here comes the field. 9 laps to go with Texas. And Carnation's fallen to the back, but I think that's okay because there are so many cars that are a lap down and so many that are now out of this race. Third place now belongs to Adria Fitzy.
Adria, yeah.
So the 55 has dropped back a little bit. Savage Toy Show's in 4th. Savage Toy Show could get the Final 4 here.
I think right now it's looking pretty good.
Out of nowhere, the 60 has turned it up in these last few laps. And he's working his way through this lap traffic now.
Savage Toy Show's going to win the championship next week. Calling it.
This could be it. This could be a championship winning drive right here.
Oh, Michael. Sheesh.
Whoa, Michael. Taich moving down right in front of him. Savage not going to be very happy about that.
Really slowed down there.
Anderson Reed pulling away now. He's got half a second over TNP 10.
Bye-bye. See you later.
But Adria Fitzy's closing in on the 18 at least. Maybe take a look at some gaps here. Not going to have a whole lot of laps left, but that 04 is quick. And with the 55, 3 lap cars between him and the 60, I think Savage Toy Show has done just enough. Priya McShane with the fresher tire is going to look to the bottom, even though she's 7 laps down.
Spot up, but yeah, I think Toy Show's locked himself in at this point.
So Adria Fitzy driving a car with the body panels still on. Closed into the back of DNP 10, looking here for second place as they're going to cross the line with 5 laps left. Adria Fitzy looking to the bottom through turns 1 and 2.
18 got a better run on the top there.
But the 18 just doesn't have the grip. Priya McShane going to help the 04.
Might pull to the inside, make it through wide. Oh, nope, stays in line.
I wouldn't think so. The 2 female Sim Series drivers working together. Priya's going to push the 04 past the 18.
Bye-bye, 18. Adria at a second.
And with Michael Deitch on the bottom, Savage Toy Show is going to pick up another spot.
Yeah.
So DNP is losing out on strategy.
DNP was so close.
Let's look at this gap now.
Then the big one happened.
How much is the 42 going to help the 04?
Yeah. Well, we're coming to 3 to go.
Yeah, we're going to cross the line with 3 to go. 42 still staying behind the 04. 0.7 of a second. I think that's just too much. Let's check in on What Incarnation because his position is important. Can't drop too far back. He's in 23rd. That's going to be enough.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be enough.
That traffic. I think Carnation's all right.
Wow, the 42 right on the bottom of the 04.
Pushed. Adri up the hill again.
Well, I don't think Adri's going to have a chance at the lead anymore. Priya McShane says goodbye. 2 to go.
I think right now Anderson Reed's just on cruise control.
He's got the tires, he's got the speed, and now he's got a healthy gap over Adria Fitzy. And Thick Daddy has somehow made his way into the top 5. And he might have a shot at the 18 on this, the final lap here at Texas.
Wow.
Anderson Reed, he's made his strategy work. Maybe.
I think Priya's going to try pass him here, come to the line.
Yeah, here comes the 42. Anderson Reed
inside.
Taking advantage of a little bit of chaos and some others' misfortunes. Priya's really aggressive here.
Look at this. What a race. Wow.
Anderson Reed going to pick up the win here in Texas. What a finish.
That was unbelievable. Asteroid is the unluckiest person in the planet right now.
It was all going his way. He had done...
And Savage Toy Show is the luckiest person on the planet right now.
I'm going to have to do the math. Definitely keep an eye on the Discord because this is the most important points apart from the finish. But, I mean, in the final race, we're going to know who wins the championship. I got to take a look and do the math. What is Savage Toy Show doing? That wasn't Savage Toy Show. That's Anthony. Anthony Plays from the top side is going to just throw it around the leader.
Cone violation on the 32 car.
After the race, I guess it doesn't matter. The 01 is going to come in from the top.
Oh,
he's not happy with the 83. I think Xander M's just frustrated. I mean,
and the 55 gets turned into a spit box.
Oh, and the 20 is...
has a lot of damage.
They've piled up after the... Yep.
Oh!
They did the thing. The race is over. The drivers are frustrated. Cody's around. Oh my god. The whole line.
Everybody. Carnation finally got more damage.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Carnation gets it again.
Wow. So Anderson Reed is your winner. Adria Fitzy ends up in second place. Savage Toy Show third. DNP 10 falls down to fourth. VGO 3 has got a top 5. Thick Daddy's 6th. Mitchell Collins 7th. DriveThrough, probably not the friendliest guy after this event. Gonna be an 8th.
Yeah.
Mike PMC 9th. Jake 24 rounds out the top 10. Midlife. Oh, Rusty fell to 12th. Wow. Spookboy 13th. Cody H Gaming fell to 14th. Luke Rainey 15th. That should be enough to put him in the final 4. Fireball 398 16th. Pure in 17th, but it doesn't matter for him. Ben Pie 18th. Then it's Chase the Coyote, who will not make the final 4. Neither will Xander M or KHP. 19th, 20th, and 21st for them. Then it's Carter Freeze and What Incarnation could possibly make the final 4, but we're going to have to do the math.
Yeah, I think so.
And then a lap down, Michael Deitch, Kumon Cup Series F1 fan, unfortunately only ends up 26th to AFK Master, Janza, the Flynn Zone, Weak Boy, Anthony Plays, the big one, Baldumati, Priya McShane, only 6 laps down. She got one more at the very end.
Yep.
And then out of the race, in a massive accident, NASCAR lover, Asteroid Strike, Hunter B, Racer fan, and JR Preston Plays YT. Out with part failures, the 06 and the 85 and the 48 wrecked out early on.
Wow.
What a race. So Anderson Reed, I think that's the first win for quarter panel numbers. Very, very important.
It's very well possible.
Wow. Okay, so let's download some burnouts. Cowboylanddodge.rpy. Thanks, Andrea. And let's
Cowboy Land. There it is.
let's stick Anderson Reed on our race-winning car. Well, well, well. There are so many paint schemes. Oh my god.
It's the 12.
Yeah, I know. These lists are painful. I have too many in here.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. And be sure to tune in next week, because it is the championship finale. The final four go to fight at Homestead.
We're shooting Tyler the best. That's going to be fun to watch.
Oh my god. And if it's anything like today, there's always chaos. There's always something that just throws it out of whack at the end.
Always something.
There's always something. So let's go to some burnouts. Lick the like button, subscribe, because I don't get money anyway, so I'll take that. And player, yeehaw.
There it is.
Okay. A big thank you again to Jacob Hitz from ORL for commentating.
Yes.
Fan favorite. Dude, they love you. You're great. I love having you on the show. And definitely more next season. Thank you, all of you, for watching. And keep an eye on the Discord. Here are your victory burnouts.